David Agile is a member of Master Motivators Toastmasters Club, but a few years ago you decided to join Toastmasters. What was your motivation to join Toastmasters?
Vic, you can always improve as a speaker, regardless of how much you speak. For example, being a lawyer, going to court, one would say, why do you need to be part of Toastmasters? You have natural speaking abilities. The fact is, there's always more to learn from other experienced speakers. And every Toastmasters meeting I go to, I come away with more knowledge, more skills, and becoming more adept at how I can present, get my idea across. That's why I became part of Toastmasters, was to improve the skills that I had as a speaker. Now, I remember the incident. I was a after-dinner speaker at one of the local universities. I was invited to speak about a topic that I know, immigration. I didn't have my notes with me, they were in my pocket. Would you believe, as I'm talking to this group of graduate students as an after-dinner speaker, 5 minutes into it, I froze. I actually lost my train of thought. You know, I reached in, got my notes without any apology, and then got back on track. But there's that moment that actually it's probably just seconds that seem like moments. Oh my gosh. There's this awkwardness in the room, and the people who are looking at you are saying, well, who is this one? He's supposed to know what he's talking about. It was at that point that I had to learn how to deal with moments like that. And that's why I ultimately joined Toastmasters, to learn how to adapt, to learn from those who are proficient in speaking, more proficient than I was. And I've learned step by step over all of these months that now I am a Toastmasters, how to present, how to get your message across, and get through those moments of awkwardness.
David,
that's why I joined Toastmasters.
David, many people join for overcoming the fear of public speaking. You didn't have that fear, but you wanted to even be better at what you were doing.
Right.
But after they overcome that first part, what motivated you to carry on towards your Distinguished Toastmasters Award? Now that's at least a 2-year project. What motivated you?
Simply being goal-oriented. I've had that question asked, well, why do you want to achieve that particular goal? The fact is that the Toastmasters organization has created a program that if you go step by step, ultimately you do get your Distinguished Toastmasters. It is actually the journey towards that Toastmasters distinguished status that creates and projects the skills that you acquire. It's not simply getting the Distinguished Toastmasters, it's the process, that step-by-step process that adds to one's skills in that journey.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it. There's many more questions I'd like to ask, but I wanted to bring this in at about 3:40, and that's what we've done.
Thank you, Vic. It's been a pleasure.